Hi there. So 1-0 win for us against FC Zurich today. Important win, secured top spot in the Europa League group. Your thoughts on the game?
I have to say that I'm delighted with the result, but we were hanging on, which doesn't reflect well on us. When I saw the 11 that he was starting with, I was hoping it was going to be a 4-4-2 formation with Nketiah and Jesus in the middle. Instead of which it was the same formation we always play, and Eddie can't play wide on the left. I'm afraid he's not. That's not his position. He's better off in the centre, and if he's going to play the two of them, they should play as a strike force together, in my view. We lacked sharpness up front, and we lacked creativity in midfield. Things backed up when he brought Partey and Saka on. But really, we made very hard work of what should have been quite an easy game. And in the end, we were hanging on. They came very close. Reece did well again, and I thought it was nice to see Tierney back to his buccaneering self.
It's a brilliant goal.
And a cracking goal. Those two came out of it well. Ben White, I thought, played well. But other than that, a bit of a disappointment, quite frankly. Hopefully we will be a little sharper on Sunday against Chelsea with a slightly stronger starting 11.
Yeah, we know we rotate a lot in this competition, so a lot of players that wouldn't normally be in our first team were playing. One of them that came back in after a long time out, El Neni. What do you think of him today?
I was surprised that he started. I didn't expect him to last the 90 minutes. He did well. When he comes in for Partey, the defensive side of his game is good, and he covers the space well, he reads the game well, but he doesn't get the attacks going the way Partey does, and he hasn't got the skill to turn an opponent and put the ball through, which as soon as Partey came on and started doing it, we did look for a little while much more dangerous. But he did well. I think had the game gone a little better and we'd got another goal or two, we might have seen Zinchenko get a bit of a run out for 10-15 minutes, but he couldn't afford to take the risk, and particularly when Tomiyasu had to be substituted with his injury. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Yeah, talking of injuries, it was nice to see Saka back today.
Yeah, well, I was pleased to see him back and proving the doubters wrong as far as when he went off on Sunday. It was precautionary, and quite rightly so. And it was good to see him getting a run out. But I have to say, they were very physical, Zurich. Picked up a few yellow cards and a couple of altercations. And when Saka came on, I was worried that he would be a target for some of the treatment that both Eddie and Reece Nelson got.
Okay, so as we said, really important win. That was the main thing today, just getting the 3 points. Who was your man of the match?
I would have to give it to Tierney, I think. He was really positive when he attacked, and defensively very sound. So I would give Kieran Tierney man of the match.
Okay, and now just looking at the Europa League picture overall, we've seen the teams that are going to drop out of the Champions League to play in it. What do you think our chances are like now?
Well, I had a laugh with my son-in-law, who's a Tottenham supporter, at the beginning of the season when he was tormenting me that they were in the Champions League and we were in the Europa League. And I said to him, yeah, but at least we're in a competition we can win, which is more than Tottenham are. But when you look at the teams, some of the teams dropping out, Barcelona, Juventus, there are 3 or 4 strong teams. Performances like this won't help us, but if we play like we have in some of the earlier games and like we've been playing most of this season, we're in there with a fighting chance. I think we've got a better chance than Manchester United of winning it out of the English representation. But there are going to be some good teams, because when you look around at the other teams from other groups in this competition, there aren't many that we should be worried about. But the Champions League rejects are going to prove to be, 1 or 2 of them, a little more difficult. But you want to be the team that wins a trophy in Europe, you've got to beat good teams. we're capable of doing it.
Yeah, for sure. So next up for us now in the Premier League on Sunday, Chelsea.
Yeah, well, that's going to be even more interesting now. They were awful against Brighton, but played better apparently last night. We murdered Nottingham Forest and then went downhill tonight. So it could be a tedious, awful game with neither of them playing well. It could be a great game with both of them playing well, or it really is difficult to predict. I'll be happy with the point, to be honest. If we come away from the bridge with the point, I'll be delighted.